22nd of April, and me and my wife Jen are fixing to go look for some mushrooms and probably do a little more hiking and scouting and stuff today. So stay tuned. We'll be taking you guys along with us, and remember, like, subscribe, and share if you guys enjoy these videos. Heading to go do some mushrooming, and just strolled up on this big guy here. Big old gobbler with a couple hens. Me and Jen's out looking for some mushrooms, and it's a little chilly this morning. I'm underdressed, but we're back here. Oh, we've probably walked a half mile, a quarter mile, something like that back in, and running into a little bit of deer sign. It kind of looks alright for mushrooms, but we haven't found nothing yet. I did find pretty good runway right here, deer runway, and a nice little scrape that looks like it's still even getting used right now. Probably just a communication type scrape, maybe, I don't know, but let's take a look at it. You can see it's all been marred up. I mean, this has been since it rained, and it's April, so I don't know what's going on there, but a pretty good sized track in it right here. I mean, that's probably a 2-year-old deer anyway, but stay with us. We're out. It's cold too, probably. Okay, next update. We just found this. Where am I at? Right there. Okay, that rub, the top of it is at my shoulder. This is a big buck bed. He's been here, it looks like, at least 2 years. Let me get my camera turned. There's scat all over, deer crap. You can see he was laying probably right in here. But right here is why I think that it's a deer that's bedded here more than 1 year. If there's a tree rubbed there real high that's from last year, I think he beds there, right around that, and then he probably beds right here too. But this rub, I mean, I'm holding the camera right now level with my shoulder. You can see where his brow tines were digging in all the way up through that. It's I'm thinking that's more than a 2-year-old buck, quite honest. I wasn't really expecting to find that in this piece. It's a relatively small chunk of land here, and access is super easy. But it makes sense, this buck laying right here. People are accessing this. I'm kind of in an open CRP. People are accessing from this fence row that's right out here. This fence row goes out, and then cuts towards the road. And then also there's an access back this way. And I think what he's doing is he's got a west wind or whatever. He's got the wind covering him from this direction. But he can see, he'd see a human coming from this bed 200 yards from him. And when you get down in this bed, turn my camera around again, imagining this in the fall with still some leaves on it and stuff, unless you got binoculars or see some sort of movement, you ain't gonna see this buck laying here. It makes a lot of sense because that's how he stays alive. He can see predators coming for a long ways. Now, in a situation as far as trying to hunt this deer, the only trail out of there that I see, and it's a real faint trail, that's another reason I think just one deer bedding in here. This trail goes right through here, and it's real, you know, it's not a trail that does and everything else they're using. It's just one deer. And then this rub from the prior year right here, and it looks like he was bedding right here. So that rub there, I would say he was probably a 2-year-old. That rub there, I would say, would be when he's 3. And then maybe that's a 3 and that's a 4-year-old. Chances of that being a 4-year-old deer, a little unlikely because we're in Michigan. But that's pretty cool. And it's completely surprising on this piece of land because it just seems like a piece that a lot of people would hunt and probably hunt really hard. But we'll find out. I might come check it out this fall. I'll come back and check that bed. Well, just as I just came out of there, I just seen another historical rub. Right next to that, there's that rub that's on the smaller one. That tree was marked just as high as that one. That's a multiple year one. You can see by the lighter color here that it was probably hit a little bit this last fall maybe. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna definitely mark this spot out on my Onyx, and I'll keep tabs and probably come back in here maybe early August and see if there's any signs of him bedding in there, and I'll have you guys along with me on that trip too, so we'll find out. Alright, see you after a bit. Alright guys, we are back across the road from where I just was a little bit earlier today. This is all pretty open, just mature forest through here. We're kind of walking a bit of a ridge top. Again, you can see it drops off pretty good right off here to the north, and then it just kind of slowly drifts down off this way, and kind of there's a bit of a draw that kind of goes out back towards the road. But it's just pretty much monotonous hardwoods right now that I'm not real interested in finding a hunting spot. in this particular spot. I think deer coming up in probably eating acorns, but I need to find bedding. And sometimes on the side of these hills like this, they'll bed on like the upper third of the hill. You know, like down just over this hill, about the top third of the hill. Sometimes they'll bed, but it's kind of a willy-nilly guesstimate on that. If I find something more exciting, I'll be sure to pull you guys back online. Okay guys, so I'm clearing the back of this piece. I'm probably a mile back, and this is the target area that I was coming into off the aerial map. And sure enough, I get back here and finally start finding some sign, and followed some rubs back in, and I think I found a pretty good bed here. It's clear full of hair. You can see all the deer hair in it. And just up here a little bit, this bed here is probably 6 foot long. There's been a deer bedded in it recently. There's tracks in it, but they look fairly small. This might be doe bedding, I don't know, but regardless, they're spending a lot of time here. There ain't a leaf one on any of these beds. There's another bed right there. The one I just showed you is here. And I would guess yep. Okay. So come over here a little ways. Another big bed. This is a bed that's getting used year round. These beds are getting used non-stop. Full of hair. This one's got a big track in it.